Hey Mike, did you leave a window open last night?
I may have. Why does it matter?
Because a pigeon flew in and pooped on my desk.
Ooh, tough break. Did you represent him in court?
Very funny, Mike. You need to go in there and you need to clean up the pigeon poop.
Oh, I guess I'm in some way responsible.
You are totally responsible.
What can I say, buddy? I messed up. Still, it wouldn't be the worst mess up that a lawyer's made.
Well, you're right there. There have been far worse mistakes that lawyers have made.
Luckily, we never make mistakes, but we can laugh at them on video. Let's check out some potentially career-ending legal mess-ups.
All right, I'll press the play button, but Mike?
Yes, Ugo?
Go upstairs and clean up the pigeon poop.
Did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up? They sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years. You know what perjury is, right?
Yes, I do. I mean, I'm not a tech guy. I told you, I gave in my testimony the phone to the lawyers before or whatever, and so you got my phone, but we didn't give it to you.
You never want to hear the word perjury in a case, especially a case that was as high profile as this one, where all the media is watching and dissecting every word.
But you testified under oath previously that you personally searched your phone for the phrase Sandy Hook and there were no messages. You said that under oath.
You know, you hear a lot of cases about accidentally sending opposing counsel documents that you're not supposed to be sending them. But man, this is a big one. To now send every single text message that you've ever sent for the past 2 years, all of that is not subject to discovery. So clearly his attorney sent over a lot more than
Way more. And you know, there's things that you can try to do to recover from that sort of damage, like send back the files. Truthfully, the damage is done. Like these lawyers are gonna look at that stuff. It just depends on the jurisdiction. They might be able to use it as evidence in court, but even if they're not allowed to use the evidence in court, they're gonna have a clear window into your mind and understand a lot of secrets that you wouldn't want the other side to ever know.
Even if opposing counsel could not use the evidence in court, opposing counsel now knows whether or not you're lying under oath.
Yeah.
Because now they have the evidence where they can say, hold on a second, you said that you never said anything about Sandy Hook in your text messages, but I got the proof that your lawyers accidentally sent me, which shows that you are now committing perjury under oath.
Not telling the truth, big no-no. But did you know that the word perjury dates back to the 1100s?
I mean, clearly lying has been around for a very long time. And this right here, there's just no way to contest it because the truth is right there in his own word.
The consequences if you're found guilty of perjury are very serious.
Yeah, you could go to prison for up to 5 years if things are bad enough. Not to mention the fines as well.
Best hope you don't live in Washington, D.C., for example. You might be liable up to $250,000 if you're an individual and up to $500,000 if you're a business. All right, enough of that. Into the next video.
Let's go.
Colorado Springs lawyer Zach Craybill was defending a client in a civil case involving a car payment contract last month. Court records reviewed by 13 Investigates reveal Craybill went on ChatGPT to find cases to cite in his legal arguments. Nearly every case ChatGPT gave him was completely made up.
Wow.
Without realizing the mistake, Craybill filed the motion with the fake cases. On the day of the hearing, he realized what happened.
Big no-no.
With legal aid, he says he can't find any of the cited ChatGPT cases, and neither can the judge, who denies the motion and threatens to file a complaint against Craybill.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to use a shortcut and they thought ChatGPT would give them the answers and it didn't. I mean, I think one day the AI will be smart enough to actually give confident answers, but right now, everyone should know that it's not 100% accurate.
Yeah,
right?
and clearly this was a bad day for Mr. Craybill. He relied on this technology. It failed him miserably. So one of the legal questions that people out there might be wondering is whether or not Mr. Craybill could sue ChatGPT for letting him down.
I would say unlikely. This really falls on him as far as letting the court down. You know, when most people sign up for ChatGPT, they're aware that it's not 100% accurate. And if you're not aware, that's on you for not knowing it because most people know that.
Exactly.
You use it at your own risk.
Yes, and keep in mind, courts have ruled that terms and conditions found in the fine print of these websites are in fact enforceable. And we all know that ChatGPT has these disclosures and disclaimers that not all the information provided may be accurate. So even if this lawyer did not read those terms and conditions, it does not negate the fact that they are disclaiming away any responsibility when it comes to liability concerning the accuracy of the information.
And just think about it too, like even if this wasn't about a lawyer, I mean, so many people are using ChatGPT, and there is a risk that bad information is given, and it could cause a lot of disaster, especially if people take it as 100% accurate and do whatever it says literally.
But at the end of the day, you still have to verify that all the cases that you use in court are accurate.
Yeah, I mean, even when you do just the typical research of case law, you still have to check, are those cases still valid? Exactly. Have they been appealed? Have they been overturned? What's going on? It turns out they don't even exist.
Yeah.
But you're still supposed to check, are they still valid?
Yeah,
you know?
so this attorney, he broke every rule when it comes to what you present to the court. You must make sure that whatever you present is accurate, regardless of how you sourced that information.
It's a tough lesson to learn. You can't cut corners when it comes to the law.
Yeah, it's also the reason why you need to make sure that you hire a good attorney.
And where do we find good attorneys, Ugo?
I know a place. It's called IThinkIHaveACase.com. Link in the description.
Check it out. There is like an interesting twist to this story, right? You would think his entire career was ruined after this, and what ended up happening?
Well, Mike, he actually ended up leaving that firm that he was at, starting his own firm where he's using AI to help him with his workload.
That's crazy. So he's actually now making money off his huge mistake.
They say when life gives you lemons,
you make lemonade. All right, let's go to the next video.
Let's go.
And what is your recommendation for what we should do today?
My recommendation is that the findings of fact, conclusions of law be affirmed, that you approve the discipline of disbarment.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
Disbarment. Oh my gosh.
What the heck?
Before you today, dressed as Thomas Jefferson,
Why?
hero among the founders.
He looked confused. He didn't know who he was dressed as. You spent all of that effort to go get the costume, to dress up like the character, and then forget who you are.
That's pretty embarrassing. Beyond just wearing that.
Yes, exactly. So clearly this is a disciplinary hearing where disbarment is on the table.
And he dresses like Thomas Jefferson.
What in the world? Why would that be a good idea?
I mean, I can try to understand what this lawyer was thinking.
How
It was like,
can
I'm gonna go in there and talk about the founding fathers and dress as one, and it will make a big grand scene. But instead, you look like a crazy person.
Exactly.
In a Thomas Jefferson outfit.
Thank you.
You want to dress formal, but you don't want to dress that formal.
I wore this outfit because today the issue before you is whether or not the Constitution of the United States, as interpreted by the United States Supreme Court, has bearing on our rights.
What?
I don't know what's going on here.
What in the world?
What is...
Oh my gosh. There's no jury here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
it's some sort of hearing, some sort of bar hearing.
Yeah, it's some sort of disciplinary hearing. Yeah. And therefore, this grand statement is being made in front of some sort of judge or arbitrator or disciplinary presider. Not the place where you want to be fooling around.
Yeah.
It's not a good look. It's a terrible look.
Now we all know that courts have a dress code, and he clearly didn't adhere to it. What sort of punishment can a lawyer get in for doing something like this in court?
This falls under public integrity, as well as following court rules and procedures. You could actually be held in contempt of court and be sent to jail. And now, worst of all, in really extreme cases, you could potentially be disbarred for not practicing the rules of court and making a mockery of the judicial system, which could lead to being suspended or disbarred. Not unlike Thomas Jefferson, who was also disbarred himself. I'm just saying, gotta stay on theme. And consequently, these type of actions should not be done.
You spend so many years studying to be a lawyer, so being disbarred is literally earth-shattering. Whether you're an attorney taking a chance or a seasoned judge, mess-ups happen to the best of us.
Or in these cases, the worst of us.
Yep, you have to be meticulously professional at all times. Case closed.
Well, shame it wasn't window closed, or there wouldn't be bird poop on my desk.
You're not still talking about it. Get over it.
Here's that sponge. Mike, get back here, Michael. Get back here this instant.